Okay, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be reviewing an Etsy shop that has made over $5 million in revenue on Etsy in just 2 years, mine. And guys, this is one of the most unique business models, one of the most unique Etsy shops that genuinely I've ever seen. And the fact that they've made over $5 million in just 2 years selling on Etsy, incredibly impressive. So let's sit down together. We're going to go through the shop in detail, look at what makes them so special, what makes them stand out so much. And guys, at the very least, this is going to open your mind to a whole new different way of making money online that is incredibly impressive. So welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name's Alfie. I'm a multi-six-figure Etsy seller. I've been selling on Etsy myself for a good few years now. And guys, I don't want to waste any time, so let's just get straight into the shop review. Okay, guys, so as you can see, the shop we're reviewing is called Decor Style. Magic Treasure World Decor Style. Okay, they're not giving much away here. Guys, you can see 8,457 sales, but I told you that they've made $5 million in revenue. Well, guys, that is because as you scroll down, this is a super special vintage shop. And you can see here, it's just some of the prices on the products that they sell. You know, over £1,000, £500, £100, £200, £300, £500. It's all vintage goods and like one-off goods that are either thrifted, restored, or just sourced from elsewhere. And guys, it's a super impressive business model. And just to show you here, on Etsy since 2022. And guys, I'm recording this in January of 2025. That's only 2 full years. Extremely impressive. And if we just go over to Everbee now, you can see here, estimated total revenue, $5 million plus in 2 years. So impressive. I honestly, guys, when I saw this shop and I come across it with my research, I was blown away. I was like, wow, I can't believe these sort of business models are this popular and do this well on Etsy. So with that, let's conduct a full review. Let's have our eyes opened to this wonderful business model. And guys, you can see straight away, I always look at the appearance of the shop first and foremost. And let's be open-handed here, right? I would normally go on this shop and, not to judge or anything, but I'd see this banner, I'd see this logo, and I wouldn't quite be able to work out if this was, say, a thumbnail of a YouTube video that creates like Minecraft worlds and stuff, or if it was actually an Etsy shop. But it's super special. They say they're from Europe. I believe from reading the description earlier, it's actually Poland. Yeah, Krakow. So actually Poland. So of course they got a beautiful picture here of the city. And again, guys, in a way, it actually really nicely matches up with the logo. So again, it just goes to show there's many different ways to present your shop on Etsy that can still lead to you making a lot of sales on the platform. And guys, I think one of the most interesting things here as well, especially what I noticed with such expensive goods, look at how many listings they've got. 3,687. And so guys, I don't 100% know exactly how they're doing this. It doesn't specifically say, but they could, for example, be sourcing goods from elsewhere and actually buying them themselves first, taking them in, taking pictures, and then selling them on. Of course, storing all of the goods. But then I thought, well, okay, fair enough. But then they'd be storing, say, over 3,600 items. And like some of these paintings, for example, you can see on my screen here, they're pretty big. So, I wasn't 100% on that. Another thing I thought is that people from around Europe perhaps are either reaching out to this seller and they're actually asking the seller to sell their products for them. So as a kind of middleman, a bit more of a say dropshippy sort of business model. That was another suggestion I thought of. But yeah, I'd say nevertheless, to have this many products for sale in this sort of business model, yeah, it's very impressive because I imagine there would have been a decent level of upfront cost here. And I mean, who knows what they're getting these products for, right? I mean, you've probably done it yourself. You've gone to, say, like a market. I don't know, in England, we have something called a car boot sale, a bit of like a vintage show sort of thing. And you can pick up some products that look like this for, well, from my experience anyway, say even just like £5, like under $10, just stuff that people have had in their house for ages and they just want to get rid of. They just want to throw away. They basically just want any cash they can get for it. So, maybe when you think of it like that, that's what this business model could be doing. But of course, I feel like the success with this then would really come in knowing what you're looking for and knowing the right things to buy. And then, of course, marketing them in the right way. And now, one thing I do like about this, all of the pictures as well, no matter what listing you click on, they're all taken in the same way, you know, so it's just a few close-ups showing you exactly what the product is, showing you the details of the product so that you can get a really good feel. But yeah, you see, it's nothing fancy. And see, this is just one example of the listing here. Nothing fancy on it at all. Just close-up pictures of the actual product you're getting. Again, let's look at these vintage candle holders here. Again, the same. Not even a video, by the way. Not even a video. I mean, personally, mate, if I was going to spend £560 on a product, at the very least, I'd probably want to see a video just so I could be a little bit more sure. Nevertheless, guys, this shop is just absolutely smashing it out the park. And again, I'm just in disbelief at how well this business model is done on Etsy. And again, if I keep saying it, if you've just got a good eye for what you're looking for and you're not afraid to put, say, just like a little bit of money down up front just to look and buy some vintage items, get them selling on Etsy, market them well, and obviously just deliver exceptional customer service, it could seriously be a serious business model. I feel like it's one not a lot of people think of. And that's kind of what I want to do here, guys. I want to bring you some super unique businesses just to get me thinking, just to get you thinking. You know, I think there's so many ways to make money online nowadays. We are so lucky. Pretty much any single way that we can think of, or any product that we can think that we'd want to sell, or any business model, there's probably someone out there that is doing it and making good money that we can really learn from. And the amount of opportunities and possibilities that we have in 2025, the sky's literally our limit. And so, guys, if I wanted to, say, for example, go out and replicate this business model, I'd probably just go to somewhere like eBay and start typing in stuff like, I don't know, vintage. Guys, what should we type in? I wish this was live so you can give me suggestions. But even say vintage table, for example, you know, something simple like that. You see here, okay, some of them are pretty expensive, but we'll get some that you'd find as pretty good offers. Like, for example, this here, vintage, £18, £23, you know, £32 for that vintage light. Now, I'm sure some things on here aren't quite as vintage as what they seem. You know, I know a lot of people like to drop ship on eBay as well, which is a little bit annoying. Retro slim console, say £44, 293 watches, pretty decent. And, you know, that's kind of a similar sort of things that this store is selling. And I mean, if you can market it well as a serious vintage good, then guys, you look at the markup on some of these products and don't think people aren't paying it because it's expensive. People are paying it because the proof is there. That's what I want this video to be. The proof is there. If you sell a product that somebody wants, then you will make money and they will buy it. The proof is there. But yeah, guys, just from, you know, from an Etsy seller's point of view, in terms of actual the strategy of marketing the products on this shop, you know, one thing I'd point out, every description is very unique to the product. I normally recommend, for most traditional Etsy business models that tend to do quite well, having a description which is more simple that you can kind of apply for, say, store wide, rather than having to rewrite the description for every single different product you're selling. Of course, this shop does do that, but I mean, when you're selling products at £447 each, that don't really matter as much. I'm sure it doesn't feel like as much of a heavy lift to do a little bit of extra work each time. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to recommend this shop to you. It's incredible, you know, like it really is incredible. Hats off to this shop. It's probably one of the best shops I've ever reviewed or ever seen on Etsy in terms of what they're doing, how unique it is. It's something which anybody can go away to do. You could do it, I could do it, any of us could go away and do it. It's going to be a little bit of money up front to get the products, of course, but again, if you've got a good eye for it and you see these sorts of markups, guys, it's so possible to make good money. But guys, if you do prefer more of a traditional business model, I'd say something a lot more digital, you know, something that you could do from, say, on a beach, on a sunny island, for example, then guys, I've done a whole shop review looking at a digital product business model, selling very simple PDF documents. And I've even shown you as well in the video how you can do it yourself. If you want to check that one out, guys, I'm going to leave a link to it just over here. Otherwise, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Just a short one today. Take good care of yourself. Love you all. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.